Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another ACC team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, great job by this defense on this 2nd down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9. Play action fake, looking to throw. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
But a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
The Hurricanes will have to kick it away. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, handoff. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass. It's Turner. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Cade's looking to run some tempo here.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here.
The pass is intercepted. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, that's just a throwaway there on 3rd down. Now a 4th down play coming up.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Ball handed off. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's Turner. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The attempt is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Looks like LSU has the first down. That run picks up first down yardage. A fresh set of downs for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Man is going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. And it's a bunch formation. To the air, it's Raiola. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. That completion makes it second and medium. Off the RPO, caught to the right. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now it's second down here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Hits the running back in the flat. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Fights through the tackler. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Boy, what a great job here by the quarterback, working through his progressions and staying patient. He didn't panic. He didn't get out of there. He knew that his back, if he could get the ball in his hands, had a chance to pick up the 1st down. That's exactly what he's able to do.
LSU has moved into the red zone. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, drops back. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the 1st down play. Quarterback keeps the football. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker.
This is why we've all been talking about the college football game coming back. For plays like this, if you got a guy in that backfield that you know he can make the right read and has the wheels to pick up yards like this, man, we love the option game in the college football world.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. They've converted 1 of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Dropping back. It's Turner. Pass rush closing in. Down he goes. A sack.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When's the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Running out of time in the pocket. Complete with a running back on this 4th down play. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, You're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
The Hurricanes will line up to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He'll field the punt. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they settled for a field goal, but really worked on the clock. Let's see if they can do that again with the lead. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Here comes a handoff. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull him and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it. He got some good yards himself.
Go for it again here on fourth down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. On fourth down, a short toss to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And he'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Can he get there on the ground? The Canes pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver. 2nd and 10 here. Quick throw caught on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That pass is caught.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Raiola. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. Brought down after 40, that'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And the pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play. The ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Turn starts inside the 15. The coverage team brings him down at the 26. Like one more play here before halftime. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. They've got him behind the line. The defense with a sack. The final play of this 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this deep to begin the 2nd half. Return here from inside. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Movement here from the tight end. Quick pass. The catch is made. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime?
Tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
But to pick up the third and short through the air. Grab behind the line, it's Johnson. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down, you got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
The offense sets up with a first and goal. He'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Doesn't quite make it. Forced out at the 1.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. I thought they were going to pick up the first down. They're going to be short of it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Boy, do I love watching this guy play the game. You get caught up in his ability to throw the football, but you get into a situation where it's fourth down and goal. I love that his legs... This time he finds his way into the end zone for 6 points.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And now the try for 2. He eludes the rush. And he makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead.
No issue here. Quarterback decides to call his own number on the conversion and gets it done.
Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's DeMarco. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Back to pass. It's Turner. Receiver makes the catch, and they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Looking to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in a national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Incomplete, a huge fourth down stand by this defense.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Watkins. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. Big guys up front line up, it's first down.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
They'll try the right here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Bringing pressure. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I understand what you're doing here. As a play caller, you want to take that chance. You want to keep the ball. You want to keep the drive alive. But this is the risk you take, and the defense comes up with a huge stop.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught. They will rule that a catch, a huge gain through the air.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
The pocket, nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Well, already playing with the lead here in the national championship, this defense is opportunistic. Eyes on the football, running to the ball in good team pursuit. When that ball hits the ground, they jump on top of it for a critical turnover.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Looks like LSU has the first down. See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll try the option play here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to...
Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. At the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A fumble return for 6.
How about that for this defense? I don't know about you. I might move this guy over to the offensive side. This guy picks up this fumble and shows you not only speed, but what to do with the football. Takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
PAT is good. Makes the score 21-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return begins inside the 10. He goes out of bounds at the 31 after a decent return. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Gives it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
They're trying to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. But that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Back to throw. It's Turner. Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. He'll spot the ball now at the 35. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Looking downfield, it's Turner. He's moving out of the pocket. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. The Hurricanes will come to the line and crank up the tempo.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough to give the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
It's a draw to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback still with the football. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I love this option call, but the quarterback, I think he's just trying to make a play that wasn't there. Sometimes on this option play, you just got to eat it. It's just not there. The execution's not there. The defense plays it well. You got to tip your cap. Here, he tries to make a play that's not there, and the result is a loss of yardage.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. The attempt is no good. He missed it. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a 2-possession game.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Turner. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Well, hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to chuck it again. Running back grabs it on the screen. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down. The Canes come to the line in a hurry up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Glover. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Canes come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Running back has it on the screen now. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The Salk were able to bring him down quickly. The clock is still running. They'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. And the back gets the football. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback keeps it here. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Ball handed to the running back. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He'll take a deep shot here. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk. They looked pretty good out there today in a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the LSU Tigers.